Okay, guys, I'd like to welcome you to Organic 1 for fall 2020 COVID-19 style. I'm going to be going over what we're going to be doing this semester in the class because we're going to be lecturing tomorrow, so don't want to spend any time on stuff that, well, it's important, but I'd rather spend more time on content rather than going over policies. All right, so this is Blackboard. Most of you know that. I have two sections of Organic 1. Either you're in 003, 006. I'm going to open up the 003 section. I'm going to start to go over my syllabus because it's the same for both sections. Okay. Blow this up a little bit. This is me. I'm Victoria Doherty. So here I am. Hi. So I'll be teaching your course this semester. I'm not going to have office hours on campus. So I won't also be in my office to answer my phone. So honestly, this is my email address. It's the best way, and frankly, the only way to get in touch with me this semester, unfortunately. Okay. Pretty good about answering emails. Just tell me who you are. Put your section number. Again, this is section 3, but if you're in section 6, put that in there. Tell me who you are. Use your name, your actual name. Tell me you're in Organic 1, section whatever. Be concise and all that good stuff. Here's some email etiquette for those of you that don't know how to properly email a professor. Salutations are nice, all that good stuff. Okay. I will be doing live lectures on Monday and Wednesday from 3:30 to 5. So, and that was in the Zoom invite. I'm sorry, in the email. The Zoom invite was in the email that I just sent you guys. Okay, so make sure that you save that. I'll also be putting the invite on Blackboard. So in case you lose it, but you should be able to add that to your calendars, okay? So what is required this semester? Well, unfortunately, you're gonna have to buy a textbook because you're gonna need access to the Connect homework, okay? So McGraw-Hill, come in here, okay? Your section number will pop up here. You're gonna sign in, okay? Or you're gonna join the class. It's one of two ways to do it. You can also go through, I believe, you can also go through the Connect assignments and it'll prompt you for the same thing. Not really sure how this works because I can't see what you guys see. You can buy the access codes, and I can't do this because I'm already a student. Either through the website as you process through, or you get the access codes at the bookstore. For those of you that are on scholarship, that's an option. Okay, so you're going to need that. Okay, you're going to use Google Chrome because we're going to be using this remote proctoring software. It's called Proctorio. And the remote proctoring software you're going to have to use when you're taking my exams. I hate using it. I feel a little creepy filming you and listening to your audio, but when we went online in the spring, I had way too many students that were cheating literally within seconds of me putting the exam out there. It was all over the internet, my work product, my intellectual property, and try as I might, I couldn't recover it from those websites because they don't give a shit. And so you're going to have this, so which means you're going to have a computer. Probably the easiest way to take care of this is to just go to Proctorio. This is one of your homework assignments, is this right here. First thing you're going to do is you're going to hit this Secure Exam Proctor. This will launch the plugin onto Chrome, so everything you do needs to be on Chrome in terms of Proctorio. It's going to prompt you to do stuff. I've already installed the plugin, so at the end you should get this. If you've already been using Proctorio, it should still be installed. And then after you've done that, you're going to do this practice homework, and you will be getting a credit for this. You will be getting 100 as long as you do it. And this is just to test to see if you've installed Proctorio correctly. Now, I'm the instructor, so what I see and what you're seeing right now on my video, on my screen, is very different than what you're going to be seeing as a student. Okay, Proctorio, you can't begin unless you've closed all your tabs. Okay, I have a dual computer, a dual display rather. You're going to have to disable the second display. If your screen is minimized, okay? You know, Proctorial doesn't want you reading anything in the background, so you're going to have to maximize your screen, okay? And once you hit begin, pay attention. Well, it's going to pop up a password. You don't install the password. The password is embedded in the Proctorial software. I don't know it. You don't know it. And that's to prevent people from giving their friends the password and them taking the exams for them and all that good stuff. Because if you have the password, you can actually take the exam without Proctorial. But I don't know. I don't even know what the password is. So anyways, can you read this? If this opens, of course, you're going to be able to hit yes or true and save and submit. Okay. So there you go. That's that. So going back to the syllabus, let me open this up in a new tab. Okay. So you're going to have to install that. So because this is an online class and because you will be using this Proctorial software, you can't take this class just with a tablet or a smartphone, iPad, whatever. You have to have an actual PC. You have to have an actual MacBook, AirBook, whatever they're called. So this is the operating systems, yada, yada, yada. You can read that on your own. You need Adobe. Obviously, everybody has Adobe. This is the course description. So prerequisites, you should have at least understood some of the stuff you were taught in Gen Chem 1 and 2. There's going to be 6 partial exams with no cumulative final. Okay. Every exam will be over a certain section of the textbook, but this class, probably more than any other class you've ever taken, builds on itself. So just because I'm testing you over chapters 10, 11, and 12 doesn't mean I won't use a concept from chapter 1 or 2 to test you over. So keep that in mind. Okay, your homework is going to be 15%, and we will be using the Online Connect homework again. Okay, you're going to access your homework assignments via the Connect assignment page on Blackboard. Okay. You're going to go over the actual syllabus in just a second. I'm sorry, the actual exams sections in just a second. This is my grading scale. As you can see, it's skewed. Okay. You can get a 63 and still get a C in this class. And so keep that in mind. It's a relatively squishy scale right here, so don't worry about it. As far as the grading policies go, this class is asynchronous, which means you don't have to attend lectures. It's up to you. If you do miss an exam, though, there are no makeup exams unless you have an excused absence. So the only university excused absences is a university event, which have all been canceled until further notice. If you are in the military and you might be deploying to go help out with the hurricanes in the Gulf right now. So yeah, if you're getting deployed and you have orders, shoot me an email. If you don't finish an exam or if you don't do an exam, obviously that's going to be your drop. If you have to drop more than one exam, probably you should be taking college this semester. I understand there's a lot of people in difficulty, but you do have to show progress. And exams the way you do that. Unfortunately, it's the only means I have to assess you right now because everything is remote, so-called distance learning. You'll get a 0, but like I said, I do drop an exam, okay? The homework, though, I don't drop any of the homework, but if you got most of it done, it'll automatically submit, okay? So if you can't attend my lectures, I'll record them and post them to Blackboard, so that won't be an issue. The rest of this stuff, you can pretty much just read on your own. The only other thing I'm going to mention is the special accommodations. If you fall into this category, you need to give me an email, okay? And we'll schedule a time to discuss this, okay? So this is the syllabus, right? This is all the information. Your first exam isn't until the 14th of September. It's going to be over chapters 1 through 3, okay? So you're going to have 6 exams. Now, notice it says 6 exams and I drop your lowest. So this 85% here is only based on 5 exams, okay? Anything that's in red, you can skip. Anything that's in green, you have to memorize. I don't make you guys memorize a lot of stuff. but there are certain things you just need to memorize, okay? And some of these things you'll just get to know them by attrition. It's like some of those atomic masses. Remember in Gen Chem 1 when you were doing so many stoichiometry problems? You just knew the mass of carbon was 12.01 and whatnot. So you just get to know these things, okay? I know a lot of this stuff doesn't make any sense to you right now, but you will learn a lot this semester. Your final is going to be on the 8th of December. So your exams are on Fridays, and I did this on purpose because I'll be lecturing over, I'll be doing my lectures on Monday and Wednesday, and then that way we can have a review session probably on Thursdays, and then that way you can take your exam on Fridays. But you do need to keep up with the work. This is a very intense course, okay? A lot of information in it. I put some stuff on here to help you out, handouts, okay? Just some information here. Some of the stuff you don't need until later on in the semester. Here's a handout over chapter 1. So I'll be kind of vaguely going over this on Monday, so tomorrow. Formal charges, just something you need to know. Formal charges is a document here. Sorry, sounds like there's a dog in my front yard. Other things, functional group, you're gonna have to memorize all this stuff here. The stuff that's in yellow, you're gonna have to memorize and whatnot. You can kind of like poke around. I'm sure some of you guys already have. To give you an idea of some other stuff that's gonna look like. So this is my Blackboard course from the summer. Okay, so this is one of my courses. Obviously, there's a lot more stuff on here because, you know, this course is complete. Exams, okay, are going to be up here, okay. Again, you can see how these are not available anymore. But again, you can access the exams. And so this is the first exam, just to kind of give you an idea of what they look like. Again, you're going to click on this. It's going to look different for you guys, but I'm the instructor. You're going to begin. See how the password just kind of pops up? That's what I was talking about. Okay, and so it's going to autofill. So don't email me about the password because I don't know it. Okay, hit submit. Okay, now this was my first exam, so using Blackboard, but at the very end of the exam, well, okay, so this is actually not the greatest example. There will be a periodic table of elements embedded as a question that you don't answer. So that's fine. You will be allowed to use scratch paper, but you have to show me the scratch paper. And so basically what you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking the exam and you're going to, hold on, I don't have any paper laying around. You're going to show me your workstation, which I can't do, or I'm not going to. And then you're going to pick up all your papers and you're going to show me the front and the back to show me that there's nothing on there. Okay, because I will have access to the video. And then, so that's what you're going to be doing, and I need to be able to see your workspace. A lot of the students, what they do, because you are going to get flagged because this is a very non-conventional use of the software. A lot of students will turn their computer. It's hard, again, this is an all-in-one. I don't have a laptop. This isn't a laptop. And then they'll show me their workspace as they use it. Plus it's also tied up to the other monitor. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry if I'm getting too close to you and freaking you out. And so again, you're going to answer the questions and this, that, and the other. You're going to save and submit. And then at the end, your score will pop up. Okay, so your score will pop up. Mine did not. You'll get I got a big fat 0. Hopefully you won't get a big fat 0. And the exams are all due at midnight, at 10 o'clock on the date that they're assigned. And so at 10 o'clock, at 10 o'clock, all the answers will pop up. Okay, so I can't show you guys the answers. There you go. I have an hour and 15 minutes for each exam, but you can take it whenever you want, between 7 and 10. If you start at 9:30, you're only going to have 30 minutes. So at 10 p.m., all the answers will populate and you'll be able to see what you missed. Please do not email me before you can see your answers. A lot of students will just start emailing me random questions. A lot of these questions can be answered. I know you're excited. I know you want your answer right away, and I get that. I totally get that. But just wait until you can see what you've missed. If you think there's a problem with the exam, don't worry about it. I will fix it. From time to time, there are issues, but not nearly as many as people think. Okay, so the lectures, I'm going to give you an idea of what they're going to look like. Sorry, Blackboard's like super slow tonight because I'm guessing everybody's on it right now because classes start tomorrow. And so as I wait for Blackboard to think, I'm just going to fill this blank time with, babble. And it's really slow. Okay, so the lecture notes will be posted. And all of these are going to be videos that are going to be linked to YouTube. So I'm using YouTube. I'm not using Blackboard Collaborate or anything like that. And I'm doing YouTube because, let's not be honest, we all have YouTube on our cell phones and our computers and everything else. It's probably the best platform for viewing videos. Anyways, this is taking forever because Blackboard's, here we go. And so here's a YouTube video. And see, notice YouTube doesn't take forever to load. Form is, anyways, so this is just me lecturing over something over chapter 1, okay? And then I'm also gonna upload a PDF because some of the students like the PDFs. This is obnoxiously slow. And then that way, so basically I'm gonna be taking my notes, projecting my notes. This is my iPad, projecting my notes onto the computer screen. You can see me because apparently sometimes it makes you feel good. I don't know how seeing me could be comforting, but there you go. I'm here. And look, now there's 2 of me, so you should have double comfort right now. Although some of you have taken me from the past might be having like seriously PTSD. That's cool. And a lot of students watch these over and over again, which is great. I know that there's other resources online, but frankly, I don't know why you would seek out a different video, because what you'll notice is that my exams are pretty much straight from my lectures. Not exactly, right? I was doing the formal charge of carbonate here and the Lewis structure. That's not what's going to be on the exam, but how I ask my questions, what I focus on, very predictable, I think, and that's what you need to be looking at, okay? And so again, all of that's going to be posted for your enjoyment. And yeah, so, oh, one more thing. I have a solutions manual, and this is for the 6th edition. That's the textbook that you're going to have access to. So when you log on to your McGraw-Hill, you will have access to an ebook and just another book. I don't believe there's any PDFs out there, but it's not like it'll help you at all because again, you have to have access to the homework. So you have to buy the what is it? The access code. But I believe these are just scans. I really don't want to click on one. Here we go. Yeah, so this is from one of my students in the spring semester. So it's kind of ghetto, but it's free. And that's one last thing that you need to pay for. And so again, the homework questions that you're going to be doing on Connect, I know that you can Google them. I know that every single one of them's on Chegg. I know that every single one of them is on Quizlet. I know that every single one of them you can somehow get the answers to. And so I'm not going to fight that. So sure, you should get 100 on your homework assignments, period. But that's not going to give you an A in my class. And I had a lot of students who failed last semester. The reason I included this is you should be doing the questions at the end of the chapter, okay? And so one of the hardest things about organic chemistry is how do you learn organic chemistry? The textbook that we have here is actually really good. I know that the textbook you had last semester in Gen Chem sucked. Nobody likes that textbook. I don't even know why we're using this textbook. But the Janice Smith book is a really good book. And organic chemistry is a little different. Okay. And so you're going to be getting into areas that you really don't know a lot about. And that's fine. I mean, you're not supposed to know this. Okay. This is all very different for you. Okay. So if I look at the table of contents and I go to, I don't know, chapter 9, let's go to, yeah, pretty much anything that says interesting, I'm not going to test you over. So dehydration. Okay. So this looks like whatever to you. And so when you start reading this, it's like wah, 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 wah. And this is something that I started doing as an undergrad, as my classes got more and more difficult. I would go to these in-chapter questions and I would read the questions first. I had no idea what the questions were or what the answers were, but I would read the questions first because it would give me something to focus on when I was reading the previous section. Okay. And so these are, doesn't matter what the reactions are, but the question was like, what is the product? And these things are called alkenes. We're going to learn this later on. And then relative reactivity has something to do with these little numbers down here, primary, secondary, tertiary. By the time you get to this section, trust me, you'll know what that means, why this is major, why this is minor, okay? And so what you'll see is that when you read these questions first and then go back, okay, and reread the section, you'll have some context. Humans learn by association. And when you have no association, okay, it's very difficult to learn. And this is all going to be very new to you, all right? Very new. Everything in this is going to be very new to you after chapter 3, okay? And it's very different. We're going to talk about actual mechanisms. And so again, Le Chatelier's principle, that's not new. And so there's a lot of different ways you can approach this class. But my advice to you, okay, again, every professor tells you to read their books, right? And let's be honest, I got an A in history and all these other classes, and I cracked open the encyclopedia the night before the exam. Seriously, I never read the book. I never even bought the book, right? And you probably never read the book in Gen Chem because, again, it wasn't the greatest book. Janice Smith, this is an excellent textbook. She wrote it with her daughter, who was taking organic chemistry at the same time. She was teaching it. It's a wonderful resource. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you read the chapters, paying attention only to the sections that I want you to read. Okay, don't read all the sections. Okay, do the in-chapter questions after you read the section. Make sure you get them right, and the answers to that are in the solutions manual. Then at the very end, okay, you're going to have these questions, the problems here, and then make sure you can do these problems, okay? And so this is in addition to the Connect. Why do I give you Connect? Because I have to. I never used to make you guys pay for shit, but now that it's online and I can't do iClicker quizzes and all that good stuff, this is what we're doing. And a lot of the questions I take from my exam, okay, I don't know what that is. I might be seeing something different. Sometimes I'll take some questions from the book, okay? Sometimes I'll take questions directly from the textbook. And so if you do these end of chapter questions, you might be pleasantly surprised, okay? You might be pleasantly surprised, okay? All right, so I don't have anything else for you right now. I know this is pretty short, although some of you guys are like, oh my God, she's still talking. And that's cool. And so hopefully I'll be able to see some of you tomorrow at 3:30. If not, okay, send me an email. We'll schedule a Zoom meeting. But I do have over 700 students this semester, so be advised. I mean, I will meet with you if I can, but I have a lot of students this semester. So if you can't attend the session, I really would appreciate it if you make the time to attend the session. Okay? And this is my kitty cat, Mia. She just turned 19 years old. All right. You guys have a good day.